When we're looking at hormonal pigmentation as an example, we've discussed how difficult it is to get rid of that, if we can even. However, I want to talk a little bit about lifestyle. So I've seen this in some of my clients that are prone to hormonal pigmentation. They would, for instance, go on holiday. They are so good at their sunscreen, hat, glasses, umbrella, the whole hog. But their pigmentation will flare up and go darker, purely because they are maybe in an environment where it is much warmer. So the minute that there's heat, the pigmentation, specifically hormonal pigmentation, will flare. Another thing that makes hormonal pigmentation flare is hormones. So when they are often premenstrual or during their period, the pigmentation can flare up, even if they, for instance, have it completely under control, and normally you won't even see it. So your lifestyle really does impact the hyperpigmentation, and so does your environment. I have even seen in some cases where someone in winter sits in a very hot office or very hot home, and again that heat can make their pigmentation seem darker. Hormonal pigmentation also flares up when you travel, because especially when you do air travel, you are exposed to a lot of free radicals, and that environment, of course, is quite toxic, and it's not really a great environment to be in. And especially if you're doing a long haul flight of like 10 hours or so, your pigmentation can seem darker after that trip because there's a lot of free radicals. If you also get very stressed, and again your pigmentation is normally under control, but you're super stressed, your hormones are going to change again, and again your pigmentation can flare up. And that's why it's so difficult to treat hormonal pigmentation, because our environment plays a massive role. Even the hormones in our foods can of course also affect the hyperpigmentation.